Assalamu alaikum, dear students. I'm your teacher, Lon Imtiaz. Today we shall take up an important poem, namely Last Lesson of the Afternoon, written by D.H. Lawrence. Before talking about the poem, let's know some important facts about the poet, D.H. Lawrence or David Herbert Lawrence. You know, D.H. Lawrence was born on 11 September 1885 and he left this world on 2nd March 1930. He was an author, poet and painter. डेच लॉरेंस एक अहम अंग्रेज़ी ऑथर है, शायर है और पेंटर है। इसके साथ साथ वो एक प्ले राइट भी है, नावलिस्ट है और शॉर्ट स्टोरी राइटर के साथ साथ वो एक लिटरेरी क्रिटिक भी है। ही इज़ बेटर नोन फॉर हिज नावल्स दैन हिज पोइट्री। एज अ पोइट वो ज़्यादा ही मशहूर है। हाउएवर हिज पोइट्री इज़ ऑफ वेरी हाई क्वालिटी टू। इसके साथ साथ उसकी जो शायरी है वो भी मशहूर है। So let's come to the poem, the central idea of the poem. You know this poem, Last Lesson of the Afternoon. It's actually an emotional outburst of the poet as a teacher. It shows growing carelessness of the students in school. They are lazy, inattentive, and rowdy in nature. As a result, the teacher also doesn't wish to teach them. He thinks it's waste of time and energy. जो लास्ट लेसन ऑफ आफ्टरनून, इस पोइम में शायर he actually expresses his bitter mood as a teacher at the time of the last lesson of the afternoon. Here he reflects his mental state when his students are unwilling to learn in spite of his sincere efforts. Teacher finally conclude करता है that he is not going to teach them because it's a useless exercise, because the students are unwilling to learn. They have no curiosity, they have no interest to learn. So what's the point of forcing them to learn? So the teacher has lost all his interest in teaching. Now he decides to sit idle and wait for the last bell to go and run back home. And he thinks that it's a wastage of time and energy. It's a futile exercise. ये फजूल काम है कि इसका कोई रिजल्ट नहीं, इसका it's a purposeless activity. So this was about the central idea of the poem. Now let's come to the poem itself. So let's read the first two stanzas of the poem. Last lesson of the afternoon. When will the bell ring and end this weariness? How long have they tugged the leash and steamed apart my pack of unruly hounds? I cannot start them again on a quarry of knowledge they hate to hunt. I can hold them and urge them no more. Let's explain this stanza first. Here, when will the bell ring and end this weariness? Weariness, you know, it means weariness means tiredness. Tiredness. To feel exhausted, थका हुआ होना. How long have they tugged the leash? Tug here means to pull, and leash is it's actually leather strip to control dogs. जो hunting dogs उनको control करने के लिए एक leather का strip का इस्तेमाल किया है, उसको हम कहते हैं leash. My pack of unruly hounds. Unruly means indisciplined, that cannot be controlled. Hounds here means hunting dogs, जिनको hunting के लिए इस्तेमाल किया जाता है, ऐसे कुत्ते जो hunting के लिए इस्तेमाल होते हैं. I cannot start them again on a quarry of knowledge they hate to hunt. Quarry means prey or target. यहाँ पे victim, it means victim. In other words, actually here it means the storehouse of knowledge. I cannot hold them and urge them no more. Haul, you know, here is a haul means to pull, and urge means to push. So let's expand this first stanza. When will the bell ring and end this awareness? The teacher is waiting for the bell to be rung, and he calls this teaching and learning a tiredness. He calls it weariness because he's fed up with this teaching, because he thinks that the students are no longer interested in learning. So what's the point? What's the purpose of teaching them? So he waits for the last bell to ring and to go home back. How long have they tugged the leash and strained apart? The students, they are no longer curious. They have no interest to teach. They have no interest to learn. So they try to bunk the classes. They want to run away from the classes, as if the hunting dogs, they pull the leather strip and they want to stand it apart. They want to run away. Now here the word here the my pack of unruly hounds, it's very important. My pack of unruly hounds, it is metaphor here. Metaphor has been used here. Here the poet, rather the teacher, he compares his students to unruly hounds. Teacher treats himself as a hunter, as if he's a hunter, and his students are unruly. He calls them hunting dogs because they are uncontrollable. He can't control them. So he says, I can't start them again on a career of knowledge. They hate to hunt. They have no longer interest in studies. They hate learning. They hate education. They are not interested to learn. So now I cannot motivate them to learn. The teacher cannot inspire them to learn. उनको इंस्पायर नहीं कर पाता है, उनको उनमें इंटरेस्ट और मोटिवेशन पैदा नहीं कर पाता है. So I can hold them and urge them no more. I can't. I'm helpless. I can't do anything to teach them. I can't make them interested. Now the second stanza of the poem. No longer now can I endure the brunt of the books that lie out on the desks, a full threescore of several insults of blotted pages and scrawl of solemnly work they have offered me. I'm sick, and what on earth is the good of it all? What good to them or me? I cannot see. So here, no longer can now can I endure the brunt. Here the word endure means tolerate, to withstand. इसको बर्दाश्त करना. Brunt. Now here's another word, that's brunt. Brunt means strain, or you can say stress. Now of the books that lie out on the desks, a full threescore. Here's a word, full threescore. Threescore means 60, number of 60. Of several work. Some books have had these lines differ. One of another book, one of the books has had of several work they have offered me. I'm sick, and on earth what good is all to me, of it all? What good to them, or I cannot see. Had the poet wants to see that no longer can I endure the band. I cannot tolerate it. I can't help it now. I am helpless. I can't endure it. I can't withstand it. It's a kind of stress for me. It uses exercise because teaching is actually a bipolar process. Both teacher as well as students should be interested. Unless students are interested to learn, they cannot learn. Because you can take a horse to a pound, but you can't make him drink. Likewise, you can take a student to the school, but you can't make him learn unless he's interested, unless he's curious to learn. So no longer can now can I endure the branch. The teacher says I cannot tolerate it, because there are a number of books that lie on the desks. He has to check them. It may be the notebooks, the assignments. He has to check a full three score of books. So he has 60 students in his class. He has to check 60 notebooks or 60 you can say assignments and all that. He calls it that it's a brand for me. It's a stress and strain for me of several work they have offered me. So I have a lot of work to do. I'm sick. And what on earth is good of it all? I'm sick. I am fed up with this job. मैं तंग आ चुका हूँ. And what on earth is good at all? And it doesn't serve any good. इसका कोई मकसद भी नहीं. It is a futile exercise. ये useless exercise. ये बेकार काम है. So what good to them or me I cannot see. I don't think that it does serve any purpose to me or to them. उनके लिए इसका कोई मकसद है या मेरे लिए. I think it is a useless activity. इसका कोई फायदा ही नहीं है. So students, this is all for today. We shall see you in the next class. Till then, goodbye.